as we head toward the May 22nd primary here in Caldwell County, trying to get all our candidates into the WPKY studios before the primary so they can introduce themselves, say hello, and tell you what they stand on and stand for. Have the pleasure now of welcoming into the WPKY studios a conservative Democrat. He is William Carrington III, born and reared in Caldwell County. Growing up with family on both sides, he's involved in dairy farming. The field taught Mr. Carrington at an early age about business, sowing the seeds of life and reaping the harvest. Brought up in a Christian household, he thanks his mother, a retired military man, as a stepfather, learned to trust the Lord and live by his word. Billy has a deep faith in God, member of Princeton First Baptist Church, author of Christian columns, and he's got a book coming out as well. He is a host of a local YouTube channel, along with a program called Boot Camp to Success. He reaches individuals to become and teaches them to become successful leaders in life, work, and play. He's a member of the Masonic Lodge number 875, and he's employed as a restaurateur. And that's one reason why we're going extra innings today. Welcome, sir, because you're a busy guy, and today was the only day I could get you in here.
Yes, it is. And thank you, and thank you, everybody out there. Thank you, all the listeners.
Well, the floor is yours. I mean, I wanted that's quite an introduction there. Glad to finally have you here, and and welcome. And
thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Ty said, I'm Billy Carrington. At the age of 17, I received my first supervisor's job, and from that time, I've been able to live, work, and travel throughout the United States and other countries. After the events of 9/11 is when I decided that I wanted to change my life. And the way I done that was I went searching. And I became a part of the American Red Cross as a humanitarian volunteer. And through that time, I have been very fortunate to travel and be with teams of great relief volunteers and to help bring hope to those who have been hit by disasters. My goals for Caldwell County as Judge Executive includes reputation for everybody and equal pay for women, expanding child care, growing businesses, improving services, and also for our local shelter. We're going to get the legs up on that. This thing is haunted. 2 different judge executives, and it's not going to haunt me. I have done a lot of research, and we're getting ready. Once I take office, we're getting ready to change that, and you're going to really like it. Along with my other goals is also bringing additional businesses. I've been writing letters to businesses throughout the Commonwealth and other parts of the country, explaining to them that if I am elected, that I am going to open the county up and we will be open for business. I'm not saying it's not open now, but what I'm saying is we're going to start to grow and grow faster. My work that I do now, I travel a lot. I meet with a lot of people. I've seen businesses which were at one time shining like superstars and turned right around and failed. And everybody asks that question, why? Well, a lot of times what brings to failure is that you get caught up and you don't realize what's going on around you. And your business will start to stagnate, not growing anymore, because either you're not bringing the customer service that's needed to your customers or your employees are being neglected. I know that when I was asked to come here, there was a restaurant that was in the red. I was asked to come in and change it, turn it around. But I wasn't the only one that they were looking at. I just happened to be the one they chose. When I got here, everything seemed okay on the outside. But once I got inside, I found out what was happening. Those were easy fix, but they took time. within 3 months, we took a restaurant that was in the red back to black, and then when black is making money. When I left that restaurant, we had different times, or before I left it, we had different times of their restaurant being packed. We had the parking lot packed. Some people even had to park over at Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's a big parking lot. And when I left, the person I put in charge would carry it on and grow it too. But like I say, everyone is different, and everyone has different goals.
Let's talk about that leadership experience, because you have your job. You go into restaurants and you help rehabilitate them when they're down, and that takes a lot. You build up a team. You work on team building.
Exactly. It's all about the team. I mean, I can go in there, but without the team, there's no way I could do it.
And you also put on seminars as well, don't you?
Yeah, I teach
about leadership, about seminars, and it's faith-based, from what I understand.
All of it is, yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the concepts and some of the things you teach when you instill, because obviously you've been successful in going into these restaurants and turning them around, and tell us about what you talk to that team about and how you motivate them to perform, and that's what you do on your job, and there's some of the same things that I guess that you are looking to transform into county government.
Well, like anything else, if someone continues to tell you that you can't do something, then that's your mindset's going to be that way. And most of the individuals that I work with have been either tore down or something's happened in their life and they strayed, or a business had failed and they didn't know why, and they come to me searching for those answers and wanting to change. And once I'm able to sit down and I find out what their goals are, some may not even have goals. Because if you don't have a vision, then how in the world can you ever move forward? You have to have a vision. And these individuals I work with, when they're with me, I explain to them, I want you to open your mind and start to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, the possibilities are unlimited.
That's so very true, and obviously, your work experience has put you in those situations and more than once to help those people rise above where they have been. Let's talk a little bit more. We need to preface just a little bit, and we'll tell you were unable to attend the Democratic Forum Saturday night that was downtown. And there were a series of questions and things that were asked during that forum, and you were unable to make it. You had someone stand in you to answer the questions that were given at the time, but there was one question that you did that was not received until the night, and that was question number 5. And you have answered that question from the forum, and you have that here, the question and the answer. So why don't we go ahead, let you read the question that was given to you, and then you can respond with your answer.
Okay. And thank you for that.
Yes.
On the question was that I had proposed a downtown parking garage and a Christian theme park. A lady wanted to know what my plans were as far as paying for them without raising taxes, and what economic benefit either of them would be for the citizens of Caldwell County. Shouldn't I be more concerned on with factories that pay a decent wage? Well, real quick, I'm working on. I got letters going out to factories, so I'm going to go ahead and get that knocked out. I'm also writing letters to Amazon. They're building a drone plant in eastern Kentucky. I want a part of that action here, and so. Yes, I'm working not only trying to get other businesses, but also factories to come here too. And like I say, the concern's been our labor force, but I believe our labor force is very strong, and we can reach out within 50-mile radius if we need to draw in more labor. So that answered one of their concerns. The other part, as far as the parking garage, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear my voice, you know how it is downtown. The businesses, even the courthouse, and all the everything downtown. We have to have more parking. Now, I made this comment about right there where Joseph Ben is, number 1, not number 2. But that parking lot right there, if we could see what the price is for that lot right there, and maybe go with a 2 or 3 story high parking garage, which the way it would be paid, just like in major cities, I travel a lot, so I know this. You go in and out, and you get a ticket, and then you pay when you come back out. This would over time pay for that parking garage, and that answers that question. And it would also, for an investor who would invest in that parking lot, would also be able to receive payment, and those payments can be set up where a person can pay either hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, just like any other bill that you have coming in. And if you do not use it, then you wouldn't have to. It's just if you're locally and you're going to be down there, then you could probably go for a month or a year parking payment. Now, as far as the Christian theme park, all my life, we here in Princeton are very fortunate. Our churches are very strong here, and we are a strong Christian-based city. We are. The whole county is. And the Christian theme park is to stay with that, is to stay with our theme that's here. And that is because we do our churches and all, and we believe in God. The Christian theme park would, I'd want it set up to where it'd be out there right out off 69. And when people ask, well, how are we going to pay for that? Well, I'm looking for investors, and I want you to know that my job is to keep taxes lower. I don't want higher taxes. I don't. Some of the people I've spoke to have considered raising taxes, property taxes, and it may not seem like much when you first hear about it, but it depends on what you own. I know that I worked for the Hughes family, and right there, you would not believe what they pay in taxes. And I'm not just bringing them in. Every business here and every residential, you're paying taxes. My job's not to raise your taxes. My job is to make our county to where we are making more money. The theme park would bring in tourist dollars. Tourist dollars will increase our business revenue. If the business gets to where it's making more money, and this has worked every time, everywhere I've ever been. Whenever business is successful, the communities become successful. That goes for your churches. It goes for your roads, and it goes for, they donate to your churches. And the churches are going to grow because these people are going to come in to work these places. They're going to come in to live. And so that's what the Christian theme park, we are the Bible Belt of the United States of America. Really and truly, we're the Bible Belt of the world. And some people may want to dispute that. That's what we are here in the center of the United States. And right where we're sitting at, we are what's considered, right out here, we've been very fortunate. God be with them. We've been very fortunate. Right? God be with them. We've been very fortunate that with Governor Beshear's, they were getting ready to bring in another interstate. So if another interstate came in, then we would still have to maintain the WK, the Pennyrile, the Purchase. This is how intelligent Governor Beshear's was, him and his team. They sat down and they looked at the cost of building a new interstate, and they looked at the cost of connecting our highways we have together so where it would lower the cost for Kentucky, and it did. Now, parts of the Pennyrile, parts of the WK, and parts of the Purchase is Interstate 69. And a lot of you may not know what that means to be Interstate 69. That's federal funding now. It's a federal funded highway, which we still pay taxes on it. But what this is, and another thing about it, it's not only an interstate. This is what really excites me. It is considered a superhighway. And when I say superhighway, it is the NAFTA superhighway. That's the only interstate that can carry that name. The only interstate in the United States that can carry it. It'll run from Canada to Mexico. There will be so much commerce passing through here, back and forth, right at our front door. And the revenue that we can generate off of this, it's boggling. If you was to start to run the numbers, and I love running numbers. Today I may be a little shaky on my voice because usually I practice everything that I speak. But the excitement in my voice is there. We are sitting on a gold mine. We are. And I don't care what people, they try to, I've sat in meetings and they say, Caldwell County's not growing. Counties around us are growing. Well, I'm going to tell you something. With me, we're going to grow. My wrestling coach years ago, God bless his soul, thank the world of him today, Bill Sykes. I was about to give up one time, and he looked at me. He said, you know what? You're my neighbor, Bill, or Billy. He said, you're my neighbor. He said, it's real easy to walk off this field and keep on going because we was running laps. We had to run a mile. That was about to kill me. And he said, it's easy to be a loser. All you got to do is quit. Just walk on off. Go on home. And I looked at him, and I wanted to go. I was hot, thirsty, and it was my first year in wrestling. As a matter of fact, the first week of wrestling. He said, but this is what you're going to take with you. And this is the truth. He said, you're going to take this all the way through your life. He said, because if you walk out, you're going to remember this day more than any other day in your life. But if you stay here and work, it'll be like a speed bump in your life. It'll never amount to nothing because there's going to be more days you're going to be hurting worse than this day. But there's going to be days that you're going to celebrate, enjoy, and just rejoice and say, I'm glad I stayed. In Caldwell County, we are not quitters. We are not. We are winners. We are the Caldwell County Tigers. We are winners. And I tell you what, I want to see us grow. And that's what I'm going to do for you. Same way with this Christian theme park. It's going to bring us tourist dollars. I will find an investor. Someone will invest. Just like I want to put out a travel center out here off the interstate. A travel center will be so where the truckers that come in and out, we've got to have something set up to where we have a huge trucking population here. We have people who own trucks. We have people that carry goods from our rock quarry out here. And I'm going to tell you something. We got the prettiest limestone in the state of Kentucky. Our limestone, ain't nobody beat it. And our limestone goes around the world. So with that being said, all this traffic, I've got to have it. We have got to have a travel plaza out here also. That will also bring more tourist dollars. Tourists will stop, buy the fuel, they'll buy the food, they'll buy the snacks, they'll want to learn about Princeton. We are a loving people come here. I think there's been a couple of movies made here. But people write about this. And when I tell people, when I travel, I say, where are you from? I say, Princeton, Kentucky. And they go, where is that? So I pull them in and start telling them about the romance of the city. This is a beautiful place. I mean, God has really blessed us here. So anyway, that's my answers to this. The thing, Mark, is I'm looking for investors. As far as your taxes, I don't want to raise your taxes. And I'm glad this lady asked that question. That's a great question. And as far as the parking lot, I'm looking for an investor on that. It's going to make money. I mean, I'm not going to jump into something that's not going to make money for all of us. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're about almost 20 minutes in here.
Oh, wow.
So that's good. I've got one more commercial. We can take a break. You can catch your breath. You've been doing it, and I'm sure there's some more things that you can add here. We can summarize for a few minutes.
Sounds great.
And then you can just put it out there how somebody contacts you to ask you more questions or to learn more about you and your campaign as we head into the primary. So let's take a break.
Thank you.
And we will come back and we'll hear more from William Carrington III. He's a Democratic candidate for Judge Executive here in Caldwell County. And you're listening to Tiger Talk at 9:20. It's extra innings. It's extra Tiger Talk this morning on your hometown radio station, WPKY The Tiger.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors and More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors and More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Quality brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. There is a reason why we say you can walk on our reputation. Come see Bill and Lucy at 127 West Market Street or call 270-365-9869.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to-order espresso drinks. Stop by Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to noon and enjoy a pick-me-up. You can also enjoy fresh-baked scones, homemade chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin cookies, and espresso brownies that'll keep you going all day long. They're also open on Saturday from 9 to 2. String Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton. Great coffee and more in a great atmosphere on Lower Main in downtown Princeton. And we are back on Tiger Talk at about almost 22 minutes past the hour. And William Carrington III, Democratic candidate for Judge Executive, in studio. And tell you, this 30 minutes goes fast, doesn't it?
Well, it did. It flew by.
Yeah, and you've got a few more minutes here. And as we head toward the end here, I'm going to give you an opportunity to just kind of summarize again. Tell the folks about your passion, why you're running for this office, and then tell them maybe how they can get in touch with you now between the election. If they have any questions or anything like that, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ty. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Like I say, as you can tell, the excitement within inside me, the enthusiasm. I'm so excited about this, and when I was approached to get into the race. I have so much going on, but my mom said, that's who you are. That's who you are. And she said, we was talking about, I said, Mom, I don't know if I can put anything else on my plate. And she said, well, one thing's for sure, if the good Lord's willing and the people vote you in, then you'll have to move some of the stuff off your plate. And so I've already made arrangements for that and looking for people to take my place at other places. And some people are sad because there is that possibility that I could be leaving. But they're also excited. And that's what, as I've gone through and talked to the residents of Caldwell County, and like I say, I travel a lot. I haven't been able to get through all the county, and I missed a lot of people. But the ones I'm talking to, and this is what they're telling me, and this is what they told me when people approached me in August. They're ready for a change. They're not going to beat up nobody. I'm not beating up Ellen or Sisk or anybody. I know these people. They came to my restaurant. They ate. We prayed together. I'm not here. We go to the same church, So, and the same way with Larry. When I meet Larry in November, well, excuse me, if the good Lord's willing to let me meet Larry in November, but it's just you gotta when you go to think about who you want, just know that what I'm bringing. And the county's got to be run just like a business. That's what it is. It is a business. It's a business that's operating to assist you guys so where you don't have to do this. And it takes someone who is a CEO, because that's what you are. You're the CEO of the county. You are. And right now I'm probably the only, maybe not, but I'm probably one of the only setting CEOs. I'm CEO of 2 companies of my own. And so it's, when you look at it, you got to find somebody who's going to be able to budget stuff. Someone that's not going to spend money just crazy. You got to control stuff. If you don't, then you're going to have stuff that's going to suffer at one end of the county and maybe something on the other end of the county to prosper. And then people say, well, what happened over here? And some of these things can be small fixes. Some of these things you can bring in volunteers. There's so much that we can do together. I'm not saying by myself. I'm saying together. We work together. This is our home. Our home. What do you want it to be like? I'll tell you what I want it to be like. I want it to be like a star shining in the heavens at night, brighter and brighter every night. And that's what I'm going to bring. I'm a Christian man. And I rededicated my life to the Lord a long time ago. And I get choked up over this. I believe in prayer. And it says in Matthew, it says, if you knock, it shall be open. It says, if you search, you shall find. And it says, if you speak, you shall receive and ask. Ladies and gentlemen, I want your vote. And I'm working behind the scenes that you don't even know about. They're writing letters, talking with businesses, not only talking with people here in the city. People are wanting to change. Business said they will come here if the county will work with them. And that's what this is about, negotiating. You're going to sit there and you're going to talk with your family. That's a negotiation. Do we vote for Bill or do we not? Oh, I'm saying vote for Bill, because that's what I'm going to bring you. I'm going to bring you a bright future. Now, is there going to be all bright? There's going to be up and downs. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I mean, this is work. This is work. It's going to take time. But I know one thing, and this is my word I give you. I won't give up on you if you'll vote for me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. How do the folks get in touch with you between now and the time if they want? Do you have social media outlets or what's the best way if they have questions or want to talk to you?
Honestly, any of the above. A lot of you know that I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram.
Just need to reach out.
Yeah, and so you can go to my email and let's see, my new email that we just set up for this is Carrington 4, the number 4. Judge Exec, and then at hotmail.com. And we set that one up just for you guys to contact me. It's on the back of my business cards for the election, also door hangers. But like I say, you can also go to my Facebook page, William Carrington. You can also call me. This is my cell phone, and you can call me just like everybody else. It's 270-350-3222. I'll repeat that again, 270-350-3222. And that's the one I got on my side. And I may not answer right away because I may, like I say, especially when I'm at work, I'll look at the number. Leave me a voicemail. You can text me. If you want to ask me a question, text me, and I can text you back an answer. And like I say, I hope it's the answer you're looking for. There's a lot of work that's got to be done here. I'm not going to beat up anybody that's on the Democratic ticket, but I know this. I can beat Larry Curlin. That I can do. That's it.
All right. All right. Well, it's certainly been a pleasure having you in studio, Billy. And I've been calling you by your formal name, William William Carrington III is your formal name, and that's how you are. I guess that you're going to be on that on the ballot, correct?
Yeah, number 1 on the ballot too. We're number 1,
I saw that.
And good Lord blessed us there. And that's one more thing. I said, God, put us where you want us. And we were very fortunate. We was the last ones to draw and got the number 1 seat.
All right. Well, the primary will be here before we know it.
Yes,
and
thank you, Ty.
Want everybody to head on out. A lot of issues to vote about and go vote on. So thank you for your time, and good luck to you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is William Carrington III. Billy Carrington, he is running. He's a Democratic candidate for Judge Executive here in Caldwell County, the May 22nd primary coming up. So we want to thank him for being here as well. Busy morning. We had Jeff Boone, who is the Republican candidate for magistrate in District 2, and Joe Don Doom, who's a Democratic candidate for jailer. Tomorrow we'll have Judge Executive Ellen Dunning in studio, along with Alonzo Pennington, who's running for Congress here in our district. So tune in to Tiger Talk tomorrow at 8 o'clock on your hometown radio station. 928 extra innings for Tiger Talk today. Thank you so much for joining us. For all those candidates, Ty Englebright. Have a wonderful day, everybody.